See, it's amazing to me. The pain that Kirk Franklin was in was for twofold. First of all, the betrayal of his son. That had to be devastating. That you would think so little of me, that you would take me in one of my rawest moments and try to destroy me by posting something that was purely between me and you. And his son knew exactly what he was doing. That's why he posted it. But his son only posted the part that he thought could hurt Kirk. He didn't post the part of what he was asking of Kirk. He didn't post the part of what led up to Kirk's anger. He ain't posted none of the years, like Kirk was telling y'all about the therapy, but I'm telling you for a fact, he didn't post and tell you about none of the years that he's tried to make Kirk feel guilty and drag him through the mud and expect more because Kirk's new family was getting this and he didn't feel like he getting that. When Kirk's new family was bearing the fruits of his labor over the years, Kirk didn't have it to give before. But this young man, this boy, is 33 years old. How you 33 years old posting something your father said? That don't make no sense. That shows you the lack of manhood that this young man has.
What's going on, guys? I'll probably have a clip of what Steve Harvey had to say at the beginning of this video, or I may just link it in the description box because Steve Harvey had a lot to say in regards to this situation with Kirk Franklin and his eldest son, Kerryon. I made a video about it. If you want to see my video, I'll link it in the description box. And Steve Harvey basically echoed a sentiment that I feel, right? Even though in the video, I talked about how down bad Kirk Franklin was, but I said that in a sense of the situation he put himself in. You know, he apologized for having a spirited disagreement with a 30-something-year-old adult son of his. And I didn't feel that he needed to apologize, but he felt the need because this is where we are in 2021. I think he sees that. We are in an apology age where if you speak like a man to your son, instead of placating to them and their feelings, you as a man, especially as a black man, you're going to be looked upon as the bad guy, even when you may feel that you did nothing wrong. But this is the type of society that we have. You can't speak to your adult son in a very spirited discussion. You curse a few times. This is a 33-year-old man that he's talking to, his son, his eldest son. And again, I think I said it in my other video, we don't even know what the other portions of the conversation was. We don't know what the back and forths have been. Kirk said that he has tried to get his son help. I truly believe he has. I think Kirk has tried to help his son, but his son feels a need to fight his father because he's in his father's shadow. He wants to have that same level of success in his life. He doesn't have that, and he doesn't have the father-son relationship that maybe he wants, but he has to understand at some point you have to move on. You have to fix your own life. You have to go out there and do what makes you happy at the end of the day. Concerning yourself with whether your father and you are on the same page should be irrelevant at this point. As long as you are in good health, he's in good health, you're living your life. Why even get to the point to where you're talking about dropping more tapes or whatever it is that you think that you have? What is the point of all that? Do you just like the attention that you're getting? You like the pat on the back that people are giving you? Because trust me, it's going to go away. And the only thing that's going to be left is the fact that you have ruined beyond repair the relationship between you and your father. Because once people stop caring about this, once you've released every other audio video that you have, what's left? What's left? So we really have to look at the fact that these males, man, when they don't have strong fathers in their life, especially going into adulthood, let's say that their father marries another woman, which is what Kirk Franklin did. He married another woman and he raised a child by another woman. It bothered Carry On that maybe he felt like he was being ostracized, that his father was accepting someone else's seed and not him. But you got to understand the dynamics of being a stepdad. When you choose to be a stepdad, you choose to accept that other woman's child. And I don't think that Kurt is doing that on purpose to hurt him. I just think that, these guys are not around their father anymore. They feel like something should be done. Their feelings are hurt. They feel like they should be way more accepted than they are. But they're not. They're not as accepted. I think that he feels some type of way because his other siblings have been accepted and embraced and loved. But he has to understand his father is in a different situation. And because his father is in a different situation, married to a different woman, I don't think he's ever gotten over that. And he has to grow up. And well, I say grow up because he's already grown, but mentally, mentally, he has to grow up. I don't think he ever has. I think that he's still that same young man who had a famous father who ended up remarrying a woman that wasn't his mother and never truly thought that he fit in. Never really felt that he fit in. Instead of him understanding that a lot of times when blended families come together and let's say you're the eldest, you feel like she's taking your mother's place. You feel like your mother never got a fair opportunity because she's in your ear telling you about how your father ain't this or ain't that. You start to internalize it. You're 33 years old. At some point, you need to move on. We can talk about Kirk Franklin and why he shouldn't have apologized. How I feel like at this time he's still trying to help his son, which actually make his son look worse. But we are in this age of men not being able to speak to their sons like men, especially when they are adults. You want to placate to their feelings. You want to make sure that their feelings aren't hurt. But what about the fact that this guy is airing out all the family's dirty laundry and he's talking about speaking on more? He's talking about putting more stuff out there. And it's like, bro, you don't understand that even though you may not be getting along with your family, at some point you're going to have to understand that you only have one family. You only have one mother and one father. And doing this for attention, which is what it's looking more and more like. Because there are people saying, well, he's doing it because he's finally fed up with his father. And it's like, fed up with his father about what? Because he won't accept your lifestyle? He won't accept you? Or so you on this crusade to expose him and disrespect him? If people don't accept who you are, whether they're family or not, move on. Let them burn the bridges. You shouldn't do that, because you may need those people down the line. And the fact that people of this generation are so willing to burn bridges is beyond me, because you're always going to need those same people that you're turning against. You're going to need them eventually. So to think that you're not going to need them, to think that you can keep saying these things and you're always going to have other people to back you up. What if those people ain't there? What if the show is over and there's no need to continue this back and forth? We will see what happens moving forward. But Steve Harvey, he's speaking up. Kirk Franklin is a guy who's a friend of his, and he understands him because he has adult children. And we all know that he's allowing his adult children to live their life, especially his stepdaughter.